Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Christy with Yarn Cafe Creations, and this is the first official cup of my podcast, The Girl in the Yarn Cafe. Thanks so much for being here. And first of all, I just want to say thanks to everybody that commented on my last podcast. You guys are so nice. I just constantly amazed at the support in this community, and it just means so much. It means so much to all of us. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Just wanted to start off this episode with maybe a couple little things about me, because I know you may know me on Instagram with Yarn Cafe Creations. I am a hand dyer, indie dyer. I make hand dyed yarn and I sell it on Etsy. And I have some awesome customers that have purchased from me several times, and I'm so grateful. But for all of you that have tried my yarn, I just want to say thanks. I really do try to provide a quality handmade, hand dyed yarn at a good price. So, not making millions, and that's not why I'm in it. I'm in it because I really do enjoy the process. I really do. It's a lot of fun. I am the mother of 4 girls. I have 4 daughters, ages 28, 26, oh goodness, 22, and 19. And I have one little grandbaby. He is 2. His name is Aiden. And wow, they are fun. Grandkids, I wish I'd have known. I know people have told me forever, wait till you have grandkids. They're going to be so much fun. But I had no idea. And yes, Grandma does spoil him whenever I can. They live just about 45 minutes down the canyon from me, which I can tell you where I live. I live in Utah. I live in a place called Heber City, and it's up the canyon from the Provo area, which Provo is about 20, 30 minutes from Salt Lake City. And I live up a canyon. And you know where the Sundance Film Festival is in Park City every year? I live just south of Park City, about 15 minutes away from there. It's a beautiful, beautiful canyon all the way up from Provo up to Park City. I love it up here. It's beautiful. It's a lot of fun up here, a lot to do. If you like outdoorsy types of things, like a lot of my friends do, I am not so much outdoorsy. I do have a mountain bike though. I did get a mountain bike this last year, and I live about 5 houses from the elementary school, and that is the scenery that my mountain bike has seen so far. I have taken it to the elementary school because I don't know who said it. You know, once you know how to ride a bike and you get back on, it'll be second nature. Not true. Not true. It is dangerous. I'm being serious. It is dangerous. Well, it was for me. My friend, I have a cute, adorable friend that I love to death. We work together. We're very inappropriate, and which makes us laugh a lot, and we have a ball together. But she's very sporty, and she's young. She's the same age as my oldest daughter. She's about 28, and she is just sporty. She's out riding bikes. She's out hiking all the time during the summer. And during the winter, she's skiing and snowboarding. And I am just not that young anymore. I'm 46, and I did a lot of camping, a lot of hiking, and things like that when I was younger. Now my body is just not the same. That's all I'll say about that, I guess. But anyway, she has a mountain bike, and she goes mountain biking a lot during the summer. So I thought it'd be a really good idea to get a mountain bike, and it's nice and cozy in my garage. It likes it in the garage. It's happy in the garage. And maybe next summer I will get it out again, and we might go maybe to the junior high this time. We made it to the elementary school, the junior high, and the high school. They're about a mile away, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises, but this has been a busy week for me, all week. Like, I'm sitting here on this chair with a pillow behind my back because I have been working hard in the Yarn Cafe. in my kitchen dyeing yarn. Today is, I guess I should tell you the day. Today is the day before election day because nobody really knows what day it is. They just know that it's the day before we have to vote, and which makes it Monday, November 7th. In case you really wanted to know the date, I have been. Oh, see, so today's Monday. So since Saturday, well, last week on Monday or Tuesday, I don't know. I don't remember which day it was, or when, maybe Wednesday. I started doing some yarn dyeing for a collaboration I'm doing with a couple people I mentioned during my last podcast, and it is a lot of yarn. So I thought, well, I'll do a few during the week, which ended up not being enough because with that collaboration and with some other orders, because even though I'm collaborating and we're going to be doing a really cool project, I still have my shop, and I was out of most of my popular colors. So in addition to this big order, I had some other orders, and I had to catch up my yarn stash for people, and I ended up dyeing. I counted up, not okay. I did about 24, 27 skeins during the week, like on Wednesday, I think. I ended up today with about 250 dyed skeins. I know. Pillow, back hurts, feet, not feeling good, but I'm still loving it. I still am having a good time, and I wish my body was younger. I wish I could. I wish I had more stamina, but I don't. It's okay though. I went to work this morning for a couple of hours. I was going to take the day off, and last night decided to look at my calendar to see if I had any meetings at my job, and looked at my calendar and saw that I had scheduled a therapy appointment this morning at 8:30 with a client. And I work about 40 minutes, 35 minutes from where I live. So I drove down, saw a client, and my full-time job is I'm the quality director over almost 7. We're opening our 7th family practice office this month, I think. So I oversee all the quality when it comes to like. Okay, it's going to be lingo that probably means nothing to you, but things like meaningful use and patient-centered medical home and Medicare Part B, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid. My job is to oversee and make sure that our providers are following the guidelines, especially in the Medicare population. There are a lot of guidelines that set the guidelines for all, even the commercial insurances. So I went in this morning, saw my client, cute little couple, and then I worked for a little bit, just not very long, really, like a few minutes, because I'm like, gotta get back home, gotta finish this yarn. So that was how my week was. Really busy, getting ready to go out of town on Wednesday to Vegas for a business trip for my day job. Oh, and I do see clients for therapy at the doctor's office. I'm phasing out of that, though. I only have really 2 active clients right now. And then I do own a private practice at night, but don't freak out. I'm not a superwoman. I only see like 2 to 3 clients every week or 2. It's really small. It pays the rent down there. And I just keeping my license active. I do love doing therapy. So that's a little bit about me and who I am. I started my Yarn Cafe Creations about a year ago, and I need to give a special shout out to AJ in New Mexico. AJ was my very, very first customer on Etsy. My very first person that bought yarn from me, and it's kind of a funny story because I had never sold anything on Etsy before, and I wasn't sure how this was going to go. So I told my boyfriend, I'm gonna try. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. If it doesn't sell, I'll just make stuff with it because it's yarn, and you can always make stuff with yarn. So I dyed up the yarn, and then as I was listing it, I listed it on Etsy, and I decided to put it on Instagram because that's where I had seen where other people had put things on to sell. So as I am listing it on Instagram, I listed one picture of one. I got a notification it had sold. I listed the second picture. I got a notification it had sold. And then I listed a third picture, and that one sold. AJ, you bought all three. I thought I was going to be a millionaire, like in the next month or two. I was like, oh my gosh, I need more yarn. I told my boyfriend, I need to get more yarn. They've already sold. I'm sold out. Like I'm out of it. I listed 3. Actually, I think I listed 6, but all 3 of them had sold. I was freaking out for a second, but I was so excited. And I just want to say thanks, AJ, for taking a chance on my yarn. And that was back when I had a different yarn base. I started with a different yarn base that I use now. I'm super happy with my yarn base now. Much softer, much. I believe it's just a better quality. I get a lot better feedback from people on the bases that I'm using right now. I'm actually very reluctant to try other types of wool. The merino I love. In fact, in my shop I do carry wool of the Andes, which is also a superwash. It's a little scratchier, and so I didn't buy a lot of it, and I have sold it, but I like soft yarn. So anyway, AJ, thanks so much. She you kind of led me to believe I was going to be really rich really fast, and that did not happen. After AJ's order, I think I started getting, I did list more yarn that week or a couple weeks later, and I'd get an order here and an order there, and I'm like, this is fun. This is really fun. Selling 1 to 2 a week, and that I could keep up with that because I was working full time, and that worked out really well. So thanks, AJ. And then thanks to all of you, the rest of you who started buying, and things have really taken off for me, and I am super grateful. And my eyes have been opened to the amazing people in the community. Instagram is my main platform. And I think I've said it before, I'm just constantly amazed at the support that everybody gives each other, the pattern makers, the other yarn dyers, people that make bags, that make stitch markers, just constantly giving each other kudos, and promoting each other. And I just love that. I mean, that's just no other business that I've seen. You walk around, you go around promoting other people's stuff like that, Even your competitors, which I think is amazing. That to me is really cool, and it's just a special community, and I'm just so happy to be part of it. So anyway, I broke up my podcast into little sections, and I hope it goes well. It's my first time, so my first one, I got to do this one first because I've been dying for like the last 4 days. Is going to be, I wonder what's in this, and this is my segment where we're gonna open my mail together, my packages. I mean, I got stuff in the mail this week and I haven't even opened it. Can you do that? Like, have you ever done that? It's not as easy as it sounds. I mean, it sounds like this would be really fun to do with my podcast, and then I sit there and I'm staring at my packages as they're not opening, and I kind of know what's in them, and I really want to see. So anyway, let me just reach down and grab them. And I want to give a shout out to this lady. She's wonderful. I watched her podcast today. Her name's Nina. She's in Australia, and she also has a podcast. And I didn't write it down, but Give Me a Crown. And I watched her today, and she's just a cute lady, and I'm trying to figure out how to open the package really quick. I ordered some stuff from her. She does some spinning. I don't know if she sells spinning stuff, but she makes bags and other things. So, I want you to be able to see. So, I am not nice to packages because I want to see what's in them. So, we're just going to rip them. Oh, and she wrapped it. I feel My yarn comes in Ziploc bags, you guys. It's because it's economical and it's sturdy. And I used to work for the Postal Service. I was a postal worker for 5 years. And so I know that the packages go down into these big sacks as they're being sorted. And so you never know what's going to go on top of your package. And so I send them in poly mailers, but I know that an edge of a box could come and rip that. In fact, Jessica, it happened to you. Thanks for the heads up. It was a big poly mailer full of yarn. I had packaged them in Ziplocs, so thank goodness the yarn wasn't damaged. But wow, eye opener. Okay, so she's wrapped it. It says, "Hi, Christy, happy knitting." Nina, she got her "Give Me a Crown," and it looks like maybe some tea. Let me just look. Peppermint lime tea. She's got her little card right here. Let me get that in the right place. And then peppermint lime, and I think there's another flavor in there. Let me just open it. I have been getting teas that are just ones I don't see in stores. Jessica, who I just mentioned, who got the package, sweet Jessica is one of my customers that has been just so supportive. She sent me a care package. I posted a picture of it on Instagram with teas and little mini yarns and some stitch holders that are beautiful. I'll be sure to show them on the next podcast. And then premium blend tea. So I can't really smell them through the packaging. They have really good packaging on them. All right, let's see what these are. Let me just open them really fast. They're packaged with really cute little tape too, and I'm ripping the heck out of them. Because I remember now, she had a bag on there that I really wanted, and I put it in my cart, and then I did something. I was doing laundry or something, and came back, and someone had bought it. I couldn't believe it. I have heard, people have told me that they've gotten cart jacked before. I got cart jacked. So I said, Nina, will you let me know if you make any more of those? Because, oh, that's right. There's more than just, okay, this is good. There's more than just the one bag in here that I ordered. Because I ordered 3 things. I actually think I ordered more. Look at this cute, cute bag. Look at that. It's cats. Okay, I have to tell you, I have cats, but they are outdoor cats. And we started with 2. And my boyfriend is like Coco Pelli. Like the guy with the little flute and people or things follow him. We have Scatter and Satan. Yeah, it's a black cat. His name is Satan. And so we have them. And then a cat showed up one day about a year ago, and my boyfriend starts feeding him little cat treats because he loves kitties. We just don't like him in the house. And pretty soon this cat just kind of started hanging around. So we named him. We named him Roger. Then we saw one of those missing cat signs. So my boyfriend went to the house with Roger to Roger's house and gave him back. And the next day Roger was back. And this house is just around the corner. We live in like a horseshoe. This house is just down the street, and the lady came over to get him, and she had tears in her eyes talking to my boyfriend, saying, "If he's happy here, he can stay. He can stay." And I'm glad I wasn't there because I would have totally started crying. So Roger, he went back and forth to both houses for a while, and now I would say he's ours. He's claimed us. But then, across the street is an orange cat that started coming over. And I'm like, okay, honey, no more cat treats. Don't, we don't need all the neighborhood cats to be ours. Well, the cat treats came out, and now we don't even know this cat's name, so we named him Morris. He still does live across the street, but whenever my boyfriend gets home, he knows there's going to be treats. So Morris comes running over. So we have 4 cats outside. Yeah. And there's a couple more that hang around in the area. They just haven't claimed us yet. But that's okay. So I just wanted to open. I love how she put snaps on these. I love bags with snaps and I love the bags with zippers, but sometimes if you're using really thin yarn, the yarn can get caught. She's got her cute, cute little Give Me a Crown on the inside. How adorable is that? My screen keeps wanting to go dark, and I don't know why. Because I'm like totally making a movie here. I think I'm making a movie. Hope I'm making a movie. We'll see. It says 20 minutes, so I'm assuming I am. Okay, that's number one that I got from her. And the other things that are in the bag. Oh, cute. She put a little Progress Keeper on these. I ordered 2 little bags, of course, with kitties, because I love kitties. And it's just a little zipper pouch. And it's got her little tag on the side that says, Give Me a Crown. And then this one's got sheep. Gotta have sheep, right? But she's put this little stitch marker on here. Well, it's like a Progress Keeper. It's a little bunny rabbit, it looks like. And it looks like this is the same on the inside. Oh, this one's got color. It's like an orangish yellow, almost like a, not tie-dye, what's that called? Batik? Cute, cute, cute. So, thanks, Nina. But there's more. But wait, there's more. Oh, I'm gonna fall out of my chair. Okay, because my back is old and sore. Another package that came from Australia, from Nina. I had placed 2 orders with her because I just loved her. I loved her fabric. The fabric was adorable. And I saw this. Oh my goodness, let's see. Okay. Ripping the packaging. Here we go. Some more tea. Australian Afternoon. And I gotta see what the other one is. And I'm sure you guys are dying to know. So the other one is cranberry and pomegranate. Oh, I can't wait to try these. I'm so excited. Okay. And her cute card that says, Thank you for visiting my shop. Handwritten. I love that. And another cute little packaging. Gosh, Nina, you're so much cooler than I am. Ziplocs. Just Ziplocs. Oh. Okay, I didn't know these existed. And I am so excited because I make socks. Kind of new at it. Made a few pairs. But the needles, I've had some mishaps where my needles, they've been in my project bag and they've come off, my work has come off the needles. Because I do it on 3 needles. I don't use the little 9-inch stirks. Tried it, but my hands don't like it. So I got some matching little needle, they're called something official. I never know the official names. They're the needle thingies, the needle holder thingies, where you can put your work in here and then snap down around your needles and your sock kind of hangs here. Or a sleeve. I have made some sweaters and I got one that matches the bag. They both really match the bag that I got with the kitties on it. So I'm so excited about that. Thanks, Nina. And she's got her cute little logo in here too, which I love. It's upside down, but I still love it. Okay, yay. And then I joined a thing called FiberShare. It's a swap online where I am assigned somebody to send something to, some goodies that includes yarn, and then I get another partner who's assigned to send me things. Well, I am late in the game and I haven't sent my package, but it's coming. It's coming. I think her name it's either Anne or Annie. No, it's not. The one I'm sending to is Kathy. The one that's sent to me, though, I gotta show you. Oh, things are falling. I believe it's Anne. I'm sorry if it's Annie. I think it's Anne. Okay, I gotta show you what she sent me because she asked me a bunch of questions of what I liked, and I told her that I love coffee, yarn, of course, knitting. But I love coffee. My kitchen downstairs is decorated in coffee, like, signs, and I don't know. I just like the look of it. I like the whole bistro type look. So she made this for me, you guys. Made this. Oh my gosh. And I still am dying because I asked her, I sent her a message, do you have an Etsy shop? Because I'm going to show this on my podcast and I want people to be able to buy. And she doesn't yet, but she's going to. But she made me a bag. Look at that. Look how cute it is. And she made a stitch mark or a progress keeper or a crochet stitch marker, whatever you want to call it, of a little cup. It says coffee and it's got a little jewel. The inside is sheep. And then she got me some little minis inside here. But she made this. It's so stinking cute. But that's not all. She made a matching little notions bag and some little stitch markers that she stuck in here. Little sparkly ones. That's what they're going to be officially called, as sparkly ones. And then there's these that are the not sparkly ones. I wanted to say the balls, but that didn't sound very appropriate. But they are. They look like little pewter balls. Like little, stop it. They're just little round things, okay? And these are sparkly, not round things. These are like diamondy. But gosh, I'm so excited. Thanks, Anne. Or Annie. I gotta look at the box. Doesn't say. I'm so sorry. I feel stupid. I should have looked before I said anything. But FiberShare partner, you did good. So those are things she sent me. And I thought about having, she sent me some other things that I want to show really quick. I thought about having like a demonstration of me attempting to spin some yarn because I've never done it, but I have a drop spindle. And she sent me my very first in my whole entire life roving stuff. I want to say roving yarn, but it's not roving yarn yet. It's not yarn yet. It's just roving stuff, and it's called Sweet Voices. It's 60% Polwarth. I gotta find out if there's a yarn base that, I don't even know what a Polwarth is. Is that a sheep type? I think so. And Tussa Silk. Oh my gosh, you guys, you should feel this. This is so soft, and I don't know anything about spinning, and I don't know if you start with a really soft base that feels really super soft. This is like kind of feels like batting. If you sew and you've ever stuffed anything, it feels like batting. It's like really soft, but does it keep its softness? Like after you spin it and give it texture, I wonder if it's gonna stay soft. I think it will. It's silk and oh, it's beautiful. I told her I liked bright colors. She did good. She did really good. I really was gonna have a demonstration though. My back hurts so bad and I've been so busy that I thought, oh, there's no way I could do that. But maybe next time. Maybe we'll have a special episode where Christy can make a fool out of herself and try to spin some yarn. Anyway, there's that. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. She sent me some other little skeins of yarn and she wrote down all the different types. And I may go ahead and go over those another time, but she sent me a cute little pouch bag. And another first for me, you guys are going to think I'm so weird, she sent me a sparkle yarn. I have been contemplating getting some of the sparkle 70% merino wool, 25% nylon, 5% stellina. I've been contemplating buying that and dyeing it and putting it in my shop. I've been watching Tracy and Jody on the Grocery Girls, and they get a lot of it. And so I wonder, is it just them, or does everybody like the sparkle? I love sparkle, like glittery stuff. I love it. So this is from Pineapple Yarn, and it's actually 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, 460 yards. And it's beautiful. Look at those colors. I don't know if you can see how it sparkles, but it's my very, I think I caught a little glimmer. It's my very first sparkle yarn. I love it. It's beautiful, and I cannot wait to make some socks out of it. Or maybe I've been wanting to make a shawl or a wrap or a cowl or whatever you call it. If you call it a shawl, I think of Martha Stewart. I think of prayer shawl, and I don't know if that's what they're always called or not, but whatever it is, I thought about making it, and this has got sparkle, and I've got some solid colors that would match it, and I thought, well, that might be fun, because I like fun colors. Although at work, I do tend to wear the dreary grays, blues, browns, navies, black, because I got to be professional at work. So I do wear a lot more professional colors at work. She also got me a lot of really cool stuff. She got me this it's called Lilliput yarn, and I've never heard of this yarn company, and my screen wants to go dark again. 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and the color is Chocolate Lab, and it's like a very rich chocolatey, oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like hot chocolate and some darks in there. So thank you so much for all of that. So beautiful, so beautiful. So the next section, I only have one thing I want to show as there goes my back again. Whew! Only one thing that I want to show as a work in progress because I'm pretty excited about it, but I got to reach back here really quick. I haven't had a lot of time. Well, that's not true. I'm working on some other things, but they're Christmas presents, and I'm not going to show them on here because my kids, they may or may not be for my kids, and they may or may not watch. So I took some of that scratchy wool that I have, the wool of the Andes, which is not as soft as my merino, and I took some of the colorways that I had in my stock, and I decided to make a sweater, and I kind of am making it up as I go along. I had made another sweater, and I'll show that another time. But the difference is, okay, the other sweater, I made 2 other sweaters on fingering weight yarn. This sweater is on worsted weight, and I kind of winged it. I know how to do, I think they're the raglan sleeves. Too afraid to make separate sleeves and sew them on. That sounds hard. I'm still at the elementary school on my bike kind of a thing with sweaters. I haven't made it to the junior high or the high school yet. Anyway, one of my other sweaters had a hood, so I made a basic sweater, and you can kind of see I used avocado for the green stripes, and then duckling for the gold stripes, and then I threw in a stripe of pumpkin, and then I decided I don't know, I picked up stitches and I had made a hood before, decided to put a hood on it, so I did that, and then I made some ribbing so that it's got like an Ewok front, like the Ewok hoods, but it's not done yet because even though I wove in all the ends, I think I want to put, let me stand up, a kangaroo pocket. What do you think right here? The reason I haven't finished is I know I'm going to have to match up the stripes, and I think I can do that, but I just haven't taken the time to do it. So that's my sweater that I kind of just made it up as I went along. The sleeves, just did a basic, kept going around and around and around and decreasing every, I don't even know, I think I wrote it down, and I learned how to do a jogless stripe for the first time, which that was awesome. I've been making hats for years, and I just learned how to make a jogless stripe. That's awesome. It'll be fun. So that's my only whip that I'm willing to show right now. I do want to show a finished object. Well, yes, I do want to show one of my finished objects. Well, it's not really finished. It's half finished because I've made one. But I made a sock, and I like boot socks, so I make them really long. So this is a sock that I just finished using some turquoise heel-toe cuffs and then a colorway in my shop called Frosted Cookies. And it's just browns, and it's got like a little splattering of it's an emerald green and some turquoise in there. And I used a pattern that actually is not published yet. I mean, it's not published. It may or may not be published in the near future, but it's by Amy Meeks of the Periscoping Sisters, who has been such an awesome friend in the last few weeks, just really supportive of my podcast, supportive of my yarn, and I don't want to start crying. I'm very touched by you, Amy, if you watch this. But her pattern, it's just cute pattern with little, they look like little seagulls or birds. And I test knitted this for her. And I did have to take it apart a couple times because my tension was off. And I'm normally a really pretty tight knitter. And I tried to loosen it up. And then it was like these balloon socks. So I started over, which I'm so glad I did because I'm so happy with how it turned out. And I did the little, oh my gosh, I was going to remember the name of this heel. It's just like a, is it a Dutch heel? I think it's a Dutch heel where you just do, it makes these, it kind of reinforces right here. And then my toe, I don't like the Kitchener stitch because I mess it up every single time. So I just do the decreases along the side and then I just, like a hat, just loop it through, pull it, stuff it in there, and works for me. I'm like a size 6 feet, and it fits around my toes. It doesn't make it gappy or anything weird. So that's a half object that I'm going to make the other sock on, and these are for me. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited about those. Those are so cute. So you'll have to check out Amy's Ravelry. She's got some other great patterns on there. She's got some wraps, some cowls, shawls, depending on how old you are and what you want to call it, or what you learn to call it. She's very talented, and her sister Debbie on Periscoping Sisters with her is also a pattern maker. And check them both out on Ravelry, and they both have patterns that are posted that you can buy, and they're so reasonable, really reasonable. So check them out; they're great. So anyway, I wanted to talk about something that I want to do for people who view this, people who watch my podcast. I would like to have a spot on my podcast for you. Doesn't mean I'm going to show your face or you're going to be on it. That's not what I mean. I want to have a feature called Guest Dyer. I want to invite, it'll be a contest, so it's not really an invitation. I invite you to join and enter the contest, though. That's an invitation. So I want you to, whoever, oh gosh, my mind is all over the place. I am going to post a group once I figure out how to do it on Ravelry in my Yarn Cafe Creations Ravelry on my page. And then I will open a thread and it'll say something like first cup, because this is my first episode. So it'll say something like first cup, and I would like you just to maybe introduce yourself. What I don't want you to do, though, is I don't want you to go on and give me your, let me tell you what it is first. So then I can tell you what I don't want you to do. The contest will be, I will draw a person. So today is my first cup episode. When I do my second cup, I'm going to announce a winner. And what that winner will get is a chance to design some yarn with me. Actually, you'll do all the designing. You're going to pick the colors. As a yarn dyer, our color palette up here is so limited. You have no idea. It is hard to come up with color combos that go together because naturally as humans, we tend to migrate to colors we like. So whenever I try to step out of the things I like to knit with, the colors I like, sometimes I don't know if anybody else is going to like them. And other people might go crazy for them. I have one color called Ocean Mist that everybody has gone crazy for. And it was not colors that I would have normally put together. I just saw it on a color palette online. I went onto a website that had like little color palettes, and it was like an ocean scene with trees or something. Anyway, it's like my number one seller, and it's not something that I gravitate to, even though I think it turned out really well. I'm happy with it, but it's not a color combo that I normally would gravitate to. I think I said before, I like bright colors. If I could, I'd wear bright pink and purples and bright blues all the time. I'm an 80s girl. That's 80s. That's what we did. That's what we did. So the winner what will happen is I will draw your name and announce you on the next podcast, which will be, I wrote down a date. I think it's going to be, you'll be announced on November 19th. That's a Saturday. And then you and I will talk over Instagram messaging or emailing, or maybe even we'll call each other, and you'll tell me what color combos you think would look really good on a yarn. And you can pick the yarn base too. If you want it to be worsted, we'll do worsted. If you want it to be a sock yarn, which everybody seems to love sock yarn. So if you want it to be a sock yarn, then we'll do a sock yarn. And then we'll collaborate. You'll tell me the colors you like, and you'll tell me how you want to see it on the yarn. If you want to see it as like a tonal, or maybe a tonal with speckles, or a variegated, or a solid. I mean, it doesn't have to be a fancy thing. And you'll let me know what those are, and I'll make up a couple of samples until you see what you like. And then what I'll do is I'll show it on the next podcast. So for example, this is my first cup. On the second cup, you'll be announced. We'll collaborate. And then on the third cup, my third episode, we'll introduce your yarn. We'll talk about it. You'll get to name it. You'll get a free skein of the yarn. And then I'm just going to put a limited quantity in my shop to sell. And once it's gone, it's going to be gone unless I bring it back as a special edition or something. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. So anyway, what I would like to do is, once this is posted, I will hopefully have figured out Ravelry a little more. I will go on there and put a thread that just says first cup. And what I want you to do is just give me an introduction of who you are, because you all get to see me, and I talk about stuff I'm doing. I talk about other people's stuff, but I'm talking to a screen right now, and I am super entertaining normally when I'm around my friends, but talking to a screen's a little bit harder, and I don't get to know people, and that's what I like to do. So just tell me a little about you. What I don't want you to do, though, is talk about your color choices. I don't want, because if you win, I don't want anybody to know what you're going to do. I don't want them to see our yarn before it's released. This is a big deal. This is going to be a fun thing for you to do. You get to be a guest dyer, and then we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I'm super excited because I am not a color person. And sometimes people will email me and say, can you put these yarns together for me? And as a special order, and when I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought of that. That is beautiful. Thank you. And anyway, I'm excited about that. So let me just see how much time we've got. Wow, time flies when you're talking to yourself. Well, I'm talking to all of you eventually, but I'm kind of talking to myself. So I wrote down some notes. I do want to promote my child. Oh, yes, I do want to promote my child. She is a beautiful knitter. I learned how to crochet when I was young, I crocheted since I was 4. I just learned how to knit like 6 or 7 years ago. And I've taught all my kids how to crochet. They all know how. They don't all do it. But my daughter Tristan, who on Instagram is Dragon Hoard Yarn, HOARD, yarn. I think there's underscores between the words. And on Ravelry, she is Jenga Knits, JENGA Knits, KNITS, and it's one word. She learned how to knit. I kind of was pushing her to knit a couple years ago, and because she was an avid crocheter. I mean, awesome crocheter, just beautiful and fast. She is so fast. And she picked up knitting, and now she's writing patterns. So I just wanted to brag about her a little bit. One of the hats, we went to a farmer's market. She's been selling at the farmer's market for weeks on Saturdays. So she still has her tag on it, her cute little tag. But this is a hat that she designed, and you can see it's a cable pattern, but it's a simple cable. It's not anything super fancy, nothing's crisscrossing or anything. And she told me that she knitted up in the wool ease that you can buy at Joann's and Michael's, which is so economical, but yet it still has wool in it. And I believe it's a wool acrylic blend. And this is kind of like a heathered tan, and then like a charcoal gray and black. And I'm going to put this on. Yes, I am. Oh, she makes the best pom-poms too. My pom-poms are like they like have like 5 strands in them because I'm always worried they're too thick. So they kind of fall over like this. And it's more of like it looks like a bald man with hair around the edge. That sounds so bad. I'm sorry, bald men. I didn't mean to offend. But then if you take it like this, I had to get instructions. I've gotten instructions before. And you wear it like the gangstas, I think. It's, oh my gosh, I look horrible like that. Oh my gosh, my forehead is huge like that. What? Okay, anyway, pretend like I have a small forehead, and I'm going to turn to the side, but it's a slouchy hat. And that is, okay, that's not going to happen again. Anyway, I struggle with wearing hats because I have a ton of hair, and I can't handle my hair in my face. So if I could wear this hat how I want it to wear, you want to know what it would look like? I'll show you. I will. I'm not afraid to show you. If I get the tag out of the way here. That is what feels comfortable to me. And this is why I don't wear hats. Plus I have glasses, and so your hair kind of sticks out funny. So if I put it behind my ears, because that's better, or over my ears, and that's the best, right? So I don't wear hats very often. If I do, it's when I've curled my hair, so it doesn't look as crazy sticking out. So check out her page. This one is the coffee beans hat pattern. And then she's got a second one that I will not show you on me because we all know that just didn't turn out very well. This one is called, I had to write it down because she's got 5 different patterns on there. Stormy Weather Beanie. And it's, as you can see, it's a simple, it's hard to see. Oh, there you go. It's some ribbed sections. That's not ribbing. It's a pearl. It's a row, a pearl row. Makes it's super simple, but it's a slouchy hat and beautiful pom-pom. I don't know if she's got the pom-pom. It's not a pattern, Christy. You're about to call it a pattern. It's not a pattern. I don't know. She makes awesome pom-poms. I don't think she has instructions on how to make an awesome pom-pom. I think she has a pom-pom maker, which I don't, and that's why mine turn out so sad. Okay, I just have a couple more things I want to show. I told you I have a FiberShare partner that I'm sending things to, and she also likes coffee. So I went into Starbucks looking for something, maybe a coffee pack or a cute little mug, and that I could get for her, and I found this. It says Team PSL, and you should have seen me standing in Starbucks going, PSL. All I could think of was the Chicago Cubs and the World Series. Well, and then I'm like, well, that's a pumpkin. I'm like, oh, pumpkin spice latte. That makes sense. So I went in and I bought this with every intention of giving it to my FiberShare partner. But look, it's knitted. It's not really, it's porcelain, but look, it's got the, oh, my fingers have dye all over them. Sorry, guys. Look how cute that is. So I asked if they had more. Nope. They didn't have any more. I went online, sold out. So, FiberShare partner, I'm sure you're a really nice person. I would love this, but I'm keeping it. I've already drank out of it. I already licked it. So it's mine. I'm keeping it. I apologize. I'm going to find you something else, though, that's coffee related that's going to go into your box. Just not this, but isn't that adorable? I love it. I used it this weekend for my coffee. Anyway, okay. I just want to show some yarn that I did this weekend that's going in the shop. I have posted some of it I have not. I have 4 new colorways. I'll show you the 2 holiday ones real quick. I have this one. I'm trying to remember what I named it. It's a holiday one, so it's got green, red, black, and a periwinkle blue. And what did I name it? Oh, I named it Christmas Tree Lane, which is so, I should have named it Christmas Tree Lame, because to me it's kind of a very common, what everybody's going to name their yarn, but my other choice was House Lights, and my boyfriend laughed at that, so in a very sweet way. He wasn't being mean, but he's like, that's, no one's going to know what that means. He says, maybe call it Christmas lights. I said, that's what everybody's going to call their Christmas yarn. So today I'm like, okay, you're going to be Christmas Tree Lane. I just figure it has the black in it, so it has to be something at night. And we drive down Christmas Tree Lane with our families at night looking at house lights. So that's what wins. Okay, and my next holiday yarn, the only other really holiday yarn that I have, is on a brand new base I'm trying. It's Blueface L-word, Blueface Leicester, blue-faced sheep who has a last name that starts with L that I can't pronounce. So I'm going to call it BFL because that's what everybody calls it. So it's BFL, and I just got it in from a company in the UK. It's not my normal supplier. I thought I'd branch out and try different yarn, and I am trying not to be too judgmental of it. It just doesn't feel like my sock yarn, which it's not supposed to because it's 100% BFL. It's superwash, but there's nothing in with it. There's no nylon, there's no stretchy stuff. And I have a slow internet connection, so I hope this video isn't me moving my mouth and the words coming later, but that could happen. I apologize. But this is what it looks like. And this one's called The Goose is Getting Fat, and it's got a rose-colored base with the cream color in it, and it's got like a berry, like a cranberry red mixed in, and then a spruce-colored blue, which not blue, it's a spruce-colored green. But when it gets on the yarn, it kind of spreads out, and this beautiful blue kind of comes out. I didn't know it was going to do that. Each yarn type takes up the dye a little differently. So it's always an adventure to see what's going to happen. I love this yarn. I love the colors, but it feels like, the best way I can describe it is it feels like a doily. So it's a fingering, but when I put it up next to my sock yarn, it's much thinner. So I think it's more of a lace weight. It feels like it's going to be more of a drapey feel. Sock yarn, when you make a shawl out of sock yarn, it's not as heavy, like drapey, as something like this. This has got, it's a twist. It looks like a high twist. It's a beautiful yarn. I guess I'm just trying not to be too judgmental. So I would love your feedback if you choose to purchase this. It's the only colorway I've done in it so far. And I only did 5. I did 5 of this color. The Goose is Getting Fat. So that's the other color. And then my other 2 new ones. It's funny what you can do with a mistake. So sometimes when I'm dyeing yarn, I think I'm doing it right, and then I realize I have messed up royally. So I had a special order this week for one of my yarn colors called Chaos. It was an old colorway that I haven't dyed in a long time. So they wanted 8 of them, and I got the green wrong. But not only that, I put it on the completely wrong yarn. I put it on sock yarn, and they wanted worsted. So I have 8 of these, and so I threw some sprinkles on it of purple because I like speckles. I just think it just adds to the yarn. And so this one, what did I call you? I don't remember what I named it, but it's in the shop. It has, I believe it's been listed. If not, it will be by the time this gets posted. It's on my 75-25 plush. It's a fluffy sock. It's got purple sprinkles or speckles, whatever you call them, whatever you want to call them. I call them sprinkles because I guess I'm the one sprinkling it on. And it's got the pink, the turquoise. It's a green it's not a fluorescent, but it's a brighter green than, I think it's called Kelly green. And then it's got black. So I have 8 of these bad girls in the shop, and once they're gone, I probably won't make it again. So if you want one, get in on it now. Anyway, it turned out fun, and then I decided to try a different yarn dyeing technique, And so I took 4 skeins of sock yarn as my um, guinea pigs to try this new technique. And I really like how it turned out. This one I named Unitard. It's been listed. It's got teal. Let me open it for you. It's got teal and purple and it's brilliant blue, not turquoise, but it's a brilliant blue and pink. And then, of course, it's got teal sprinkles on the pink areas. So it kind of looks purpley in some spots, but I've got 4 of those, and that's another, I don't know that I'll recreate this one again. It was just kind of a tester, and I thought since you guys are watching this that I would announce it to you. This one I think I did put on Instagram. I don't believe I put the Goose is Getting Fat on Instagram yet, and I have not put the Christmas Tree Lane. I haven't put that one on there either, but I believe Unitard is on there. The other 80s one I don't think is on there either yet. So you guys are kind of getting first crack at it, because I don't know if I'll list it until this weekend. I'm not sure. But that's really all I have for this first cup. And this is my cup, and I love it, and wanted to share that cup with you on my first cup. And next time, like I said, hopefully we'll have lots of people enter for a chance, but if not, you'll have a great chance of winning to be the guest dyer, and you'll win, like I said, free yarn, and you'll get to name the yarn, and we'll make when I say a limited quantity, I'm thinking between 25 and 50, and then I'll announce it on my third episode, and once it's gone, then if you didn't get it, sorry. But one last thing, there is going to be a special announcement probably on my next episode on my second cup. I'm hoping that my collaboration will be ready with my other 2 awesome friends that I've made through this community, and I'm hoping that will be ready to be announced to you. And that again is going to be a limited quantity of stuff, of whatever's in there, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And we're trying to coordinate, because we all do podcasting, and we're all going to coordinate and try to announce it close to each other so that everybody has a chance to get it. Because from what I hear, these things don't last. So anyway, I've got some cool stuff coming in the mail. We'll open together on the next episode. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you for leaving feedback on my YouTube channel. I just do not know how to reply to you. I have no idea how to reply. So thank you for leaving the feedback. I'm going to see if I can figure out, but thank you. I think there was 7 or 8 or maybe 9 or 10 comments, and thanks. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate any feedback. Sound quality, if it sucks, let me know. If the lighting is bad, let me know. I'm new at this, and any improvements I will totally take seriously. I love doing this, and anyway, until next time, be brave, be bold, but don't be a beast, or any other B words. Get out there and be who you are, and have fun. Okay, that's it for this time, and I will see you back on, what did I say, on the 19th? On the 19th, with a winner for the guest dyer spot. Thanks to all of you guys. Appreciate it. See you next time. Bye.